and now I will talk about the project of LCAMP and maybe a little more on perspective of the student, of a learner who is involved in the project. And Mila will help me to do that. She will make the introduction. You have some sound?
Through the collaborative learning factory within LCAMP. My name is Mila. I'm 27 and work on the manufacturing shop floor. With a foundational vet background, I was well prepared until Industry 4.0 arrived. Suddenly, data-driven production, IoT, and digital systems outpaced my training. I experienced the lag effect, the gap between traditional curricula and real industrial needs. My role shifted from manual tasks to managing data and complexity. LCAMP changed this. Through modular learning, micro-credentials, and international collaboration, I now build the digital and green skills needed for Europe's future workforce. Please welcome Professor Klaus Rupp, who will share this journey in more detail.
And Mila was not very happy because he has a lack of this knowledge, and she's 27 and he's looking for a new perspective and new challenges to do something. She's highly motivated and she wants to do something. So as we already have seen, we have this gap in between the development of this Industry 4.0, Industry 5.0 development and the development of our education systems. They are normally a little slower. So we have a pace of change, we have new realities, and we have the required mix in internationalization and all this stuff. That's all challenges for Mila, and we are facing all these problems inside the LCAMP project. So the traditional ways, what we are doing is too rigid, too slow. It's weakly connected on the shop floor, so we see all the closed doors and the closed areas, and we have difficulties in combining that over the areas. And the normal end is a dead end, so we make maybe degrees on level 4, on level 5, or maybe bachelor degree, but nothing is connected, and it's academic, it's practical, normally only a little connected, more in vocational education, but not commonly. The new learner ways we need is modular progression, is a systematic approach. It's work-based with a lot of flexibility, and we need these stackable learning opportunities with open doors, with connections, and with all possibilities to move around. So, the step through this learning journey is we start with identification with the skills assessment tool set to get what the learner already knows. Then we are looking for specific skill needs to develop in one region, maybe robotics or something else. We have a guide how to get there to become a robotics expert or something like that. We connect them with companies, with training centers, with universities. And at the end, we have a documentation, we have a recognition, and if somebody did a course, maybe here in Basque Country, he can use this recognition in Germany, in Sweden, and all the other countries. So, what Mila really needs for this ecosystem, so she needs some translates skills gaps in learning, and he has learning pathways to go there. She should combine theory and work-based experience practice. She should be supported progression across EQF levels. So normally the barrier between EQF level 5 and EQF level 6, and we want to combine it. We make learning visible, what she has really done, what skills she has, what competencies she has, and we want to do it across borders and institutions. So that's the same in the other area. one point maybe I will point out are the micro-credentials. That's a special new way of learning and packaging of knowledges, skills, and competencies in a structure. So normally we have uncertain regarding competencies and professional target roles. She has some experience in a company, did some jobs, and now she makes our self-assessment tool. She knows what are the targets and roles and what she wants to do, and then the skills become visible, gaps become actionable. So to get a real learning pathway through this journey. So in case of Mila, she recognized that in digital skills, cybersecurity is missing, AI capabilities are missing, the other three is good. In green skills, it's linked with the other ones, it's circularity, the circular processes, and in professional skills, it's fine. And maybe in traversal skills, he has to improve her adaptability to get more communication and to do something. So that's her plan to do that and to start with. So that's our offer. So we have this job target profile, maybe in green industries or other important industries. We have this nano credentials, that's single skills that could be trained in courses. We have this micro credentials, that's a little bigger, stackable courses to do that. And we have this modular learning units. So our first idea in the LCAMP project to have this cube, to this multidimensional view on the system. So we have here this idea, this model for our learning system from LCAMP. And it's enough. So typical what we have, this multidimensional stuff. So we have here 3 dimensions. The experience level from basic to expert to or advanced expert, and qualification level 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and maybe the domain of skills from social work, manufacturing, pharmaceutic, everything else. It's not always, it's different, and so he has current skills, and it's moving now in a multidimensional area from a basic skill to a desired target where she wants to get and to work for later. So this is our ecosystem. We have in the middle, there's our manufacturing. At the ground, we have all this collaboration, connection over companies, COVES, universities, all the students, and alumnus, and on the head we have this abstract competencies goals and structure and research and development and pedagogical design, the technical infrastructure, and the international communication and the real assets we need, like our learning factory. And we are connected, so I have only a few of them, just made in Italy with AFIL, here Technica with Michelatuna, the DHBW or Mechanic Valley in France. And we are collaborating in learning factories and exchange products, courses, knowledge, and also students. So here we have always this dual lens. We have seen it on a lot of slides. We have this local focus, and we have this connection and the global interchange and interaction in our project. And Mila's special experience is she is working maybe here in Altuna in the local walls, and she has the opportunity to open her mind for cross-border problem solving and transnational team connections inside the project, like students who are here, they have it now inside our LCAMP project. So this is now our learning factory, and I'm just walking with Mila through this learning factory to get to see her experience, what she is doing. We're starting with the life cycle of a product at the beginning of the product. So we have a configurator, so she's designing an individual robot now. She can do that, and it's her robot or the robot somebody ordered. At the next station, we make preparation, 3D printing, milling, watershed cutting, and other technologies to realize the product inside courses with the students. Then, next step, we have all this sensor integration, electrical integration, so it's a mechatronic product, so everything in the Industry 4 and 4.5 skills is integrated. And then we have this assembly using artificial tools to get the robot assembly. We have courses linked to these competencies, so it's a way through with the robot through all these parts in the project, and maybe the printing can be in France, the assembly can be here in Spain, and the electronics can be in Sweden, and maybe here we have this digital management of the production with MES systems and artificial intelligence to handle all this stuff. And at the end, we have maybe a disassembly, so it's a circular economy. So we build the robots, we rebuild it, we build new robots, and we are just planning in all our processes this circular and green economy. And the color is dedicated for the Technica green colors. And so it's a Technica robot we designed as an individual part. So this is the result we built. So it's a small robot. Every student can do it, and it takes about 20 hours to build up one of these robots, and it's quite cheap. So most of the parts you can print in your own 3D printer, or they are very cheap sensors or other electronic systems to realize a very simple, cheap robot, which is affordable in any school. Then here we have this levels of the IQF levels. In level 3, we have the orientation, safe execution, basic digital awareness. We have the level 5, process integration, automatic execution, data information operation as the main skills, and IQF level 6, system thinking, optimization, digital production management, and advanced analytics. They could all be included in our learning factory, and for different learners, we are working on different stages. On the other side, we have this present, the significance, what we are doing, what we are learning. We have the future, what is the goal, what will I do or will learn, or what are the learning outcomes of this project. And we have the signature level, the strategic level, how we develop, how we go further, and how will it look next years. So we are going from project management to transnational coordination. We're going from process management to workflow design, from automation system to manufacturing execution systems, project logical controls, digital shop floor, what we call integration. We have this data science stuff with sensor darting, big data analytics, data science, and statistical functions. We have this logic and supply chain in this distributed environment from different countries, different schools, and make an exchange on the asset level, on the teaching level, and on the strategic levels. So the old logic was from content delivery. We make now competencies from isolated courses to connected pathways from one qualification level to another one, from location training to transnational legibility, from one-off learning to stackable lifelong learning development over EQF levels, over domains, and over experience levels. And we have from the passive participation to the learner-centered activities, so the learner goes through these activities, not just a structure with a dead end for learners. So each learner Mila is 27, to go her way through this learning structure. So we have also some challenges. They are left in our structure. So it's not very easy to combine the technical equipment in different schools and in different countries. We have this assessment formats that are different, especially in COVE and universities. We have this ECTS in universities. We have no ECTS system in COVE, so it's not easy to transfer credits or knowledges between EQF level 5 and 6. And we have this intercultural and transnational cooperation competences. And so normally we need money to have all the student ability to work or to travel. It's possible, but it's restricted. And we have this circular and life cycle thinking to improve. So all this stuff we heard already in the speeches to have more green economy, sustainability, and other factors we need for the future. So
the LCAMP CLF opens the door to a career in advanced manufacturing by connecting learning with real industrial practice, international collaboration, and the skills needed for the future. It prepared me not just for a job, but for a versatile, confident, and globally relevant career.
So thank you for your attendance, and I hope it was possible to give you a small sight inside our LCAMP working, what we did inside the project. Thank you.